y'all doing out there? Y'all, have y'all seen any of the videos where Coach Sanders was at Shadour's practice today up in Berea at the Cleveland Brown facility? He was there and he got to talk to Coach Monken, head Coach Monken, but like Coach Monken said, they talked very little about football and just about, probably just about shooting the shit like most men do who love football. But he sat on the bleacher and he just supported Shedeur from afar. You could hear him coaching Shedeur up after the play was over, after practice was over. And did y'all see what Jared Verse had said? That he was said he was gonna be picking Coach Sanders' brains because y'all know Coach Sanders is a Hall of Famer, and he was a corner. So it was just so good to see that. It was just so good, and Coach Sanders got in Shedeur because Shedeur had a good practice yesterday. He struggled a little bit at the beginning of practice, but then he caught his wind. But Coach Sanders, he sat back and he didn't interfere or nothing. But I bet you, honey, after practice was over, and him and Shedeur were walking around the field and talking, honey. I mean, Coach Sanders stopped, and you could tell how he was doing his hands and stuff. I knew, you could tell then, like Coach Sanders, like, whoa, let me tell you something. But it was just beautiful. But y'all, I done found something. On Our Lads, and Our Lads, it talks about the different. It talks about the depth chart, and they've been around since the 80s, and so they are known to kind of know how reliable is Our Lads depth charts. Whoops, spit my water. Sorry, y'all. So before we get started, because I'm gonna go down the Browns there was a depth chart that was put out by Our Lads, and that was on the 21st of July, and I'm gonna tell y'all what was all going on. So it says Our Lads is widely considered one of the most reliable and accurate sources for football depth charts, frequently outperforming major sports networks like ESPN or Yahoo. Fans, fantasy players, and analysts trust the platform for its meticulous tracking of daily transactions despite its planned and dated website design. So those are, so it's pretty much has held to what it held to. But anyway, so some of the pros is frequent updates. It tracks daily NFL and college transactions closely to reflect real-time roster moves. Detailed tracking. It has detailed tracking. Detailed tracking clearly highlights recent acquisitions, rookies, undrafted free agents, and injured players with color-coded tags. Industry longevity maintained by experienced football is maintained by experienced football coach and analysts with decades in the business. So, and it has been around since the 1980s. But y'all, so July 31st at 5:43 p.m., there was a depth chart that on Our Lads is ourlads.com. And so this is the depth chart. Then this is players, the first team on offense. And I'm going to go down. Left wide receiver, Denzel Boston. Right wide receiver, frozen fish stick fingers having ass Jerry Judy. SWR, I think there may be short wide receiver. Slot wide receiver is Casey Concepcion. Left tackle is Spencer Fano. Left guard is Zion Johnson. Center is Elton Jenkins. Right guard is Tevin Jenkins. Right tackle is Titus Howard. Tight end is Harold Fannin Jr. Running back is Quinshawn Judkins. Fullback is Michael Burton. Quarterback, Shedeur Sanders on the first team. Hello, on offense. Okay, let's go down to defense. Okay, y'all. Left defensive end, Alex Wright. Left defensive tackle, Malik Collins. Right defensive tackle, Mason Graham. Right defensive is RDE, whatever. Right, RDE. That's Jared Verse. That he'll be like an edge rusher. WLB. That's a linebacker, Quincy Williams, and then Carson Swetchner, also a linebacker. The left corner, that's Denzel Ward. Short safety is Grant Delpit. Full safety is Ronnie Hickman. RC right corner is Tyson Campbell, and NB, whatever that is Miles Harden. Special team, they got Corey Bjorkis as the punter, and the kicker is Andre Smith. The LS, whatever that means, is Rex Sunahara. H, whatever that is Corey Bjorkis. And then Andre Smith, the kickoff. Then PR punt return is Gage. So Gage is on the front of first team as the punt return so far. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy about that. And then the kick return is Malachi Corley. And so, of course, JOK is still on the injury reserve. But if he wasn't, he would be, on the first team. Okay. So, we have, for the number 2 players, I'm going to go through quickly. The offense, it says, I'm just going to go down. You got Isaiah McGuire, Khalil Davis, Mike Hall Jr., Julian Okwara, Winston Reed, Justin Jefferson, Damari Mathis, Daniel Thomas, Emmanuel McNeil Warren, Ross D'Angelo, Miles Bryant. And those are the defense on the second team. And then on the second team for special team, you have Nick Constantino. And then you got Isaiah Bond. They got Isaiah Bond also as a punt return. So Isaiah Bond would be playing a lot of positions. So, and then they also have Dylan Sampson as the kick returner as well. But up here on the second team, left wide receiver, Cedric Tillman. Right wide receiver, Tylen Wallace. Slot wide receiver, Isaiah Bond. So him and KC. Then you got DeJuan Jones for left tackle. Left guard is Zach Zinter. Center is Parker Bradsford. And these are the second team. Then KT Leviston, right guard, Austin Barber, right tackle, tight end. You got Blake Whiteheart, and then Dylan Sampson would be the running back. And for the quarterback, Deshaun Watson on team 2, which means that he's the backup QB. Don't play with nephew. Y'all gonna have to stop playing with nephew. Because when you play with nephew, you're gonna get your feelings hurt. So right now, he's our last is looking at nephew Shedeur as the QB1 of the Browns. Okay, y'all, that's all I had to share. Okay, love y'all. Bye.